Welcome to the Powerhouse Podcast, the place where women come for business tips and sips. Join each episode with the dynamic host duo, CEO and founder of the Powerhouse, the ultimate business coach, the Chandra Brooks, and COO of Powerhouse and business development coach, Jacqueline Hernandez. Now let's get this party started.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Chandra Brooks, founder of the Powerhouse Women and the Powerhouse Academy. And we have our
Jacqueline Hernandez, COO of Powerhouse, and we are ready to give you some business tips and sips. I got my milk tea. What do you got, Chandra?
I got my Chardonnay.
Yes. Okay.
It's only new because I don't follow any rules. I follow no rules.
Hey, so when you're an entrepreneur, you can do what you want.
That's right. Exactly. And everything that you do, you can do whatever you want. We're just checking to make sure we are live. If you are joining us, let us know you're here because we're going to pull up the comments. Who is here?
We want lots of comments in the comment box. Come on, everybody. Nobody be afraid. Put yourself out there.
Yeah, this is the opportunity.
Be wild and dangerous today. It's Friday.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, we're there. This is the opportunity. Oh, you know what last time happened?
What?
It was private, set on private on my personal page. That's why I wanted to check. So we didn't get no views from my personal page. And that's where we get the most views. And it's not even streaming on my personal page right now.
Uh-oh.
Exactly. Oh, there we go. And it's locked. See? Edit privacy, public.
Can we find a way around?
I could fix it right here. I just fixed it. I thought I did. Come on now. See, this is what you guys have to check your stuff because when you go on these platforms.
And there you thought you were hearing crickets because it was nobody wanted to hear you.
Well, we're streaming live on three platforms. We're streaming live on our Facebook group, The Purpose Driven Entrepreneur, but we're also streaming live on my business page and on personal on 3 pages. So I thought the numbers were low the last time we did it. So when I went to, and I didn't see many likes or anything. So I was just curious and it was on private. It was locked. It was locked on private. So
well, see, that's a good business tip right there. Exactly. Because a lot of people don't know these things. And if you don't work out the kinks and answer these, these questions, people aren't going to know.
You have to be on top of your game. You know me, I'm always checking something twice and
cross-checking it, verifying.
One thing to be perfect, one thing's to run how I envision it. But that's just part of being a crazy person.
Okay, I'm going to see if I see you on here.
What'd you say?
I said I'm going to see if I see you on here.
Oh, okay.
On Facebook.
Yeah, okay. All right. I see
you're there.
Yeah, we're there. I see 2 people joined. Say hi. Let us know who you are and that you're joining us because today we're talking about something really good, something real juicy. Because I'm telling you, I don't know how many times I get women that we're working with, Jacqueline, that come with 500 billion trillion ideas.
Yes. But I think it's like what we always say. It's the entrepreneurial thing, right? Everybody when you're an entrepreneur, you're an innovator, you see like a need in the market space and you have all these ideas and it's a matter of, they're all great ideas too, but what's going to speak most to you? And I feel like you are the best person to talk about when somebody comes with a million ideas and then you always ask that magical question, right? What sparks at you? What can you be talking about for the next X amount of years, So talk to us about that a little bit. I think that's important.
Yeah. Like I said, many women, and today's episode, just to clarify also for our recording purposes, is how to organize all those ideas and turn them into a legit business plan and a business model. What I try to do when clients come is really like you said, I ask them, okay, so let me just give you an example. Somebody will come and say, hey, I'm selling Monet products, right? That's an online beauty product, right? Kind of a multi-level marketing type of deal, right? I don't know what else the name that people prefer, but
direct sales,
right? Or they're a photographer and they are a social media manager. Okay. I'm just usually saying that they do all 3 of those things. they're passionate about those things they think, right, when they come to me. And I just talk them through it, because if you are an entrepreneur, you want to be an entrepreneur, you need to focus on one thing first, right? You can't just jump in to be a serial entrepreneur off top, because people try to be a serial, and they have pride. I'm a serial entrepreneur, but they're not making any money in any of the businesses. So you have to be able to start making money in one business and making that profitable before you try to jump into another venture, because that other business is going to lack, and it's going to not have your time and dedication that you need in order to build your brand, in order to build your business and your products and your services and your visibility and all that. So you have to be able to hone down on one thing. And that is so hard for people. This is also this also stops people from moving forward, because they have 500 ideas in their head. So they don't even start.
The jack of all trades and master of none. So I know that we have some amazing examples, but I want to go back to what you said, the serial entrepreneur. It's so funny. My kids have heard me say that before. And my daughter told me a few days ago that she was just like, I thought all this time, when I was younger and I would hear you say serial entrepreneur, that it meant like there was a cereal for entrepreneurs. I'm like, no, hun. But on that, let's talk about serial entrepreneurship, right? Because that's some serious stuff. So let's talk about a case. Can we say names?
Sure.
Okay. Let's talk about Christina. I think she's a great example of somebody that, really had a lot going on. She was involved in many different things, right? And then she's like a superstar when she finally honed in on that one idea. So how did that conversation go between you and Christina? And, really, because I remember we first took a look at her social media and we're like, she was doing direct sales, and we looked at her social media and we're like, what is she doing with her life? So tell me, how did that conversation go?
Yeah, I think that that's where the magic is in coaching and having consulting or advice from the outside looking in, because you're able to see that. When Christina came to us, Christina was selling the beauty product, right, in the consumer marketing world, and also she was marketing this on social media, and she was very good at it. And she had the passion.
Amazing at it.
She had the passion for social media, right? She had the passion.
Big following too, by the way.
She had the following. She had a passion for social media. People asked her for advice in that business that she was doing. People said, how do you post? How do you do this? Anyway, people were coming to her for things. And I find that out as I work with my clients, right? Talking to them, understanding, watching them, paying attention. And it was just like, she was like, I've been dabbling. I really want to do social media. I really like that. But I started selling this product. And I was like, well, what do you love? She was like, well, I love social media. And I was like, okay, well, then that's what we're going to do. Sometimes as a coach, I have to make an executive decision.
Yes, please do. Please do.
I have to push, and I have to say, this is the direction we're going to go. One, because I've been doing this for a little while, right? And I can see the vision. My gift is to see the vision before you do. So if I'm feeling it and I see it, and then you're telling me this is what you're passionate about, and this is what you really love to do, and I know it's a monetizable business, I'm going to push you to go that direction. Right. And so we did. And so she did. Right. And since then, oh my Lord Jesus.
It's been magic.
Exactly.
It has been magic. This is my favorite saying. She went from, having this crazy monsoon of ideas and different things she was involved in. And, and I do remember having a conversation with her in the very beginning. She's just like, I'm just exhausted. I'm doing this. I got to do this at this time. I got to do this at this time. And now if you look at her social media, she is living serious best life vibes right now. She is living her best life. She has lots of clients. She is partnered up with the Capital Club now. She's just running amazing sessions, just really, vibing in what she's good at. There's that saying, right? It says, learn to do what you love to do that people are willing to pay you for it, right? And exactly. She is definitely getting paid. She was on New York Fashion Week. She was invited to New York Fashion Week. She was getting photo shoots, getting her makeup done, had makeup artists, you know, so she is living her best social media gaga life.
Yeah. So we turned it into monetizable. So we built out her services, we priced them, and then we taught her how to find the business, how to market herself, how to put herself out there. So now she wasn't marketing the beauty products, she was marketing herself. So that was a whole mindset shift as well, because it's easy for us to market a product, but it's hard for us to market ourselves. But she didn't take long for that, right? She didn't take long. She started putting herself out there. She started building that visibility. She built the business. She got invited, like you said, to New York Fashion Week because of her visibility and her intention online. Now she's hosting these events at the Capitol Club that are filling up every time, right? The content and cocktails event because of the Capitol Club. They're getting sold out, right? This is all from making a decision to get coaching, to get the support you need. So then you have the outside eyes looking at you and helping you figure it out. Because when we leave it to ourselves, I'm the prime example. If I would have left my ideas to myself, I would still be working for a company right now. If I didn't have an outside advisor telling me, Chandra, you're a genius. Look at your bio. Look at all these awards that you won. Look at the things that you created. You can create something to teach women how to do this. You can create a course. You can create a program. And this is how Powerhouse was created, right? Yeah. If I didn't have an outside person, I didn't have that confidence in myself right away. Right? And what do we tell our clients? Borrow our confidence.
Borrow our confidence. And with that being said, I mean, seriously, I think even further peeling back that layer even further, you know, she was an engineer. She was in or not engineer, she was in the tech industry. Yeah. So she worked in the tech industry, made amazing tech dollar money. And, you know, she just knew that that wasn't her passion. And then she went to kind of surfing around what she wanted to do. And then, you know, finding this and saying, hey, this is what you need to focus on, and really narrowing that focus in, right? Yeah. So what do you think? I know we all have these great ideas. How do you discern, or how do you make an executive decision, or how do you get the client to actually say, okay, out of all this galaxy of ideas that I have, this is the one that speaks to me. This is the one I could just I go to sleep thinking about.
I share the vision with them. You know, I share the vision and I tell them what I could see, and I tell them what the possibilities are. I show them, or I give them an example, because we have plenty of examples with Powerhouse. We have plenty of examples of showing how you can change your idea that you came to me with, and you can switch your niche or your services, scratch a whole idea and remake it, right? So showing them the possibilities, but also giving them ideas. Okay, I want to be a social media content creator strategist. How do I even sell this, right? Showing her how to build the packages, how to price it, what people want, right? As a person that creates content every day, I know what people want in content creation. I know what I want to see online. So showing the vision, right? Showing them the vision and sharing the vision and getting them excited about it. So that's what I do when I work with them. I really kind of show them the vision, tell them what I see, right? Because I can pull out a vision just like that. If you're telling me that you love this business idea, I say, oh, this is how you can monetize it. And this is how you can, this is how you can make it into a service, and you can price it and sell it. So making them see the possibilities, making them believe. That's part of the process. So it's first is, okay, let's figure out all of these things, right? I don't like to shut down anybody. I tell them, this is your business and your life. Okay. If it gets out of hand, that's when I tell you I have to make executive decision. And I have to say, okay, we're stopping here. We're going to make a decision and go this way. Right. Because we can't go through Powerhouse and through my coaching constantly figuring out what are we going to work on? Right. We got to make a decision.
What do you think the biggest tip that you can give somebody right now that has a lot of things going on, and maybe they believe that they are moving forward with these 5 different lanes? What's the biggest tip that you can give somebody right now? Maybe they're feeling like they're struggling, or they feel like they're overwhelmed, but they feel like all of them, all 5 lanes matter, or all 5 ideas matter, and they're
pretty good, right? A lot of people feel like all 5 ideas seem pretty good. And they could be pretty good ideas. So what I tell people is, what is that one thing that you can talk about and you can do with your eyes closed, and you can talk about all day and not even care, and you love it so much? Which one is that? Right? Because sometimes we fall into businesses because somebody told us we can make all this extra money. So then we think we're going to go do it, but we're not passionate about it. You're not going to put the time and the energy into something you're not passionate about. So why waste your time?
So do business for the passion, not just for the money, but
and
for the money too.
The passion and interest, the passion and interest and expertise that you have. Yeah. It's really good when you can tie in the expertise with that passion. Because sometimes you could be an expert in something. Say you went to school to be an engineer and you've been working as an engineer or a teacher. Let's just say education, right? You've been working as an educator for several years and you are passionate about it, but you don't love it.
Yeah.
So sometimes
I met teachers like that.
Right? So when I have teachers and educators that come to me, I tell them, okay, you can actually come back to that passion when you're a consultant and when you are a trainer. You can go into school districts, into schools, and teach and train about the specific topic that you're passionate about, right? So you don't have to, you can tweak it and turn it and rebuild that love and dedication that you had before. So you're not losing, but you're also staying in your expertise, because one thing that you can sell is your expertise.
Yes.
People want to see, like, I'm going to buy from an expert. Oh, she's been in education for 30 years. Oh, I want to hire her to come train my staff. I want to hire her to come train my district, right? So definitely you have to marry that passion with that expertise. You can't just fall in and say, oh, now I love sex toys all of a sudden, and you're going to go sell sex toys, right? But you have no experience in them. You just fell into it. Like, you haven't been selling them long. So how are you?
I'm sure they can find experience, but
they're going to have to go practice and work those for a while.
Let's talk about, okay, so once you hone in your idea, right, how do you turn them into a legit business plan? So like, what would the strategy be? And I think what you said just a second ago is very, very important and vital to the situation, right? It's like, sometimes it's like, I have this great idea. I've never ran a business. I've never owned a business. So I don't even know how to monetize that specific idea. And I love, like, when you and I have like these powwows, it's like, we could like come up with a business plan on how to monetize like anything, right? Because you've been doing it for so long. So how, once you build out this vision, you really show them and lay it out, like, okay, here's how you can actually monetize that idea. How do we turn this into a legitimate business plan now?
Well, what we have a Trello board that we use for all of our clients that our wonderful Fatten created. And it is like,
oh my God.
You don't know who Fatten is. She is our director of operations. Shout out to Fatten that makes all of this happen. Everything.
And if you don't know her, you need to follow her, Fatten Bazzi, right there in the chat box.
Yeah, she's in the chat, but she makes all of this happen. Okay. We can't be great without Fatten. So she makes us great. She makes us look good. And she created this Trello board. Trello is a project management platform. And we basically created a business plan on this platform. So it has your website, your logos, your branding, your services. It has everything on there, your quarters, and how you're going to break down sales and all these things in order to build a business. So we use that to really build upon your business, really to the website, right? Making sure that are you going to be an LLC? Are you going to be a sole proprietor? Right. Okay. And then also thinking about your services. What kind of services are you going to provide? Building those services out, pricing those services. I don't necessarily believe that you have to have a website in order to sell right away. All you need in today's day and age is a landing page, a social media, somewhere for them to pay, and an email or a Google Doc. You don't need all that yet right away to make money. Because I've seen clients make a lot of money before any of that was built. All right. Because everybody wants to go and launch a website right away because they think that that's going to bring in the money. It doesn't bring in the money. You have to start marketing. So what I do is have them start building their visibility and credibility.
I love one thing that I was going to say, based on that, I love how you build out this survey. So this survey is And everybody, Fatin, if you're still on, is there any way to put that survey on in the chat box, maybe the link for the survey? But the survey basically helps you understand what avatar you are, right? And so I think that's like a really big thing, is understanding who your audience is once you build out that legit business plan, and understanding your audience so that you're understanding what messaging you're sending out to them and what they like, where they shop, just different.
The powerhouse one.
Yeah, the powerhouse one. And it comes to mind because Ashley, I believe it was Ashley Faison, she posted it on her social media page about her being the activist. Yeah. So she took the survey and it says that she's the activist, but it really helps you to align your business plan once you identify who your avatars are, who your audience is. So how do you help your clients just really hone in on who their audience is and that messaging towards that specific audience?
Yeah, one thing that people get it twisted on in business is that they think they're going to market to everybody, when everybody is not your client. Everybody is not there to buy from you. So you have to figure out who your customer is, right? Like, I know my customers are usually women of color, usually Black and brown women, who are ambitious, right? Who've always desired to do something great in this world, just need some help honing it in and refining it and building that vision. We all have a niche and we all have a customer, is identifying who your customers are. So I just do some exercises with them to help them figure it out. I usually know, and I could usually tell as I'm helping my clients know exactly who their client is, right? Who needs what they're providing. Right? Who needs what they're providing? Because people generally think that it's somebody, but usually our clients look like us. Our clients are us 2 to 3, 4, 5 years before now, right? So you're speaking to who you were several years back. If you are a service-based business, if you are a business that's in financing, or you're selling like we could talk about December Parks, right, in a minute, and you could bring her up in a few minutes. But who's her customer, right? And who's Renee's customers when it comes to Renee. I remember Renee Janelle Ochoa. She is our superstar, first inductee into our second inductee into our third into our third club. She just moved into a bigger home for her and her kids. She's doing amazing, but she is an event designer, right? And she, helping her trying to figure out who her customer was. That was an exercise. We had to figure out who your customer is. There's moms online that need to have birthday parties, and there's pregnant women that are doing baby showers, like all of those things that somebody needs. So you need to keep talking about this. These are your customers. They're moms, because moms have kids and they do birthday parties and they need somebody to decorate the birthday party. So you need to be speaking to them, right? Not just speaking to everybody, speaking to them, and speaking to expectant moms, because she loves baby showers. So I'm like, do what you love, because you continue to do what you love. And I'm telling you how many thousands, millions of babies are born every day. Endless business if you market in yourself. And as she's seen, once she started marketing herself like crazy, the business started to flow in when she found her market.
Awesome. So I love that you brought up Renee. Let's talk about December, though, because December came into Powerhouse with, talk about a whole 180. She literally did a whole 180 on this. Yeah. She came in with the mindset that she was going to blow up the insurance world. She was going to be the best insurance agency, and she was going to provide that. How did that conversation go?
That was a journey, actually. If you can ask December. December's been with us for a little while. But December came because she wanted to sell insurance, right? So she was part of one of those other businesses that we just talked about recently, the other, consumer marketing companies, to sell insurance, to sell financial planning, all this. And I was like, do you really love this? Do you love it? And I'm always going to ask you, like, do you love it? Like, because honestly, you're not going to be able to sell. You're not going to be able to push something, if you don't love it. And I'm talking to everybody here. All right.
Yes.
You got to love what you do, the product that you're selling. You got to believe in it more than anybody else. I hope you guys can feel my passion when it comes to Powerhouse and when it comes to what I do. It exudes out of my pores, right? So you have to believe in what you do. So I asked her, do you love this? She was like, yeah, I like it. I said, but are you living this life? You got to be living this financial life. Like, are you investing? Are you doing all this stuff? Like, honestly, if you're going to be selling credit, if you're going to be selling financial anything, if you're going to be doing anything, you got to be doing it yourself, right? At a high level. If you're going to try to teach me or sell me anything.
And it's funny you say that, because here, I'm gonna say something here. Okay. It's funny you say that, because as we go through these cohorts with all these clients that come through the Powerhouse Academy, and it's a 10-week program. So we're now in cohort, 16? Mm-hmm. So cohort 16, 10-week program, groups of women in each cohort, and every time I get on a cohort and I know what they came into the academy with, and then all of a sudden they're talking about 360 photo booths, and I'm like, wait, what? That's not what we talked about. Like, what's going on?
Yeah. So she had the finances, right? And then I mean, you don't even know other conversations. She's trying to build charcuterie boards, event planning, all these things. And then in a conversation, she saw, and then I bought this 360 photo booth. And I was like, what? Why did you buy that? I'm like, why did you buy that?
Oh, so she bought that before consulting with the business coach. Okay, got it.
I don't know if she bought it before she started coaching with us. I don't know. But this is the perfect case study for somebody who had a lot of ideas going on and thought that having her hand in multiple ventures was going to make her rich, right? Yeah. And I had to come dismantle that myth to show her that, no, you're stretching yourself too thin. Let's hone down. Okay, you like charcuterie boards? I started talking to her about it a little bit, seeing if that was the thing. No. Then she was talking about this 360 thing. And I was like, do you know how much they charge for that 360 photo booth at parties? I paid $1,200 for 2 hours for my son's birthday party. I said, when I had it. And she goes, I know. I could charge $600 an hour. And I was like, well, then what are you doing? I was like, what are you doing with it then? Do you want to do that? She's like, I love parties. I love events. I said, okay, well, pimp out your moneymaker. Basically, if you love events, you're able to be at events because you love doing events. And then you have this tool. You have this 360 photo booth. Learn that photo booth and start marketing it and start selling it. The game is over. Now she's doing it.
Right, and now she's all over the place, blowing up the whole entire photo booth all over the place. Mm-hmm. And what's funny is that when you have all these ideas, what it reminds me of and what comes to my mind right away is like, have you ever had a lot of things plugged into one circuit? And then when you try to plug in something else, you what is it called? Like you blow out the breaker, right? Uh-huh. And so then you got to go and turn the electricity back on because you blow out the breaker. And the one thing that I love about that scenario is that's what a lot of people do is they are plugging they're filling up their outlets, right? All these different ideas. And then they wonder why blowout happens, and it's like, oh, reset. I don't know what happened, but it's like, you don't have the capacity. Like no one person has the capacity to have 50 different ideas running full force all at one time, right? Yeah. So unless you have the systems in place and it's already going, but that's a whole different conversation because as we know, Miss Chandra Brooks started a second lane of income, and that is Scrubs Life, right? Mm-hmm. But she is able to do that once she already created a system in place with Powerhouse, Yeah. And so being able to bounce back and forth is pretty easy now, right? Yeah. But these are not just ideas. These are ideas that have full legitimate backing, business plan, and systems, most importantly. So exactly. Have a million ideas, but have some systems in place.
Yeah. And I'm telling you that if you don't hone in on one idea and focus on there, you're going to be burning the wheels. You're going to be spinning your wheels for a long time, trying to figure out. A lot of people also think that before they come to me, they think that they need to have it figured out. And I tell people, I help you figure it out. This is why I'm here. I help you figure it out so you can get moving and you could stop like just thinking about it and writing it down on all your 500 notepads that you have at home with all your notepads. Yes. And you're not alone if you have 500 notepads filled with ideas and vision, because I deal with women like that all day, every day. Okay. I tell them, throw those damn notepads away. It's time to read. Let's develop the new vision. Okay. Because the vision is there. It's in your head. Let's develop the new one and let's move forward. We don't have to go digging into all these notepads. Let's make it happen. Right.
So I know we're at the 30-minute mark. I don't want to push this any further, but what do you think, last question, what do you think people get stuck at the strategy part? Why can't, so like sometimes they put it on the notebook, you know, they got it out there, they got their ideas down, but where does the stuck part happen at the strategy portion?
Fear of failure, fear of embarrassment, fear of doing it wrong, fear of making a mistake. And this is another reason why coaching is important, because you have to be forced to do things. We have to push past the fear. We have to do things living in fear, because then that's where the results happen. That's where the magic happens. Magic happens on the other side of fear, right? And the results happen on the other side of fear. I have to push my clients, because a lot of them won't do it because of fear. Making them do it, you know, like I just was texting with Maria from our cohort and you know, texting with her saying, okay, how many people have you reached out? You know, how are you doing in your postings? And she goes, oh, I've been reaching out every day. I said, okay, send me the screenshots. Yes. Send me the screenshots. I want the receipts. I don't play. Listen, y'all, as a coach, I don't play. I'm not here to, you know, we're not here just to sing Kumbaya and have a good time and spend time together. I'm not about that life. I'm about the results life. Okay. We got to get results. So I'm not here to be your friend. I'm here to be your coach. Show me those screenshots. I love it. Right.
I love it. And there is a pressure. Let's just talk about the pressure, because that pressure is real, right? As a coach, there is a pressure that we have to show results for the people that we're working with, you know, and that pressure is real, you know, like we want to know that our methods and our concepts are being followed, because we know that those methods and concepts produce monetizing results, right?
Yeah.
And so, you know, sometimes it's like calling you up a million times. Why haven't you done this? What's going on? Because that we're pushing people, right, to take action, to make things happen, because it's becoming a habit, not just becoming a habit. It's the strategy and it's what you're supposed to be doing to create money.
Yeah, because business doesn't land in our lap, right? You have to be taking action on the back end and going to get your clients and customers while you're marketing at the simultaneously. So a lot of people, all they're doing is the marketing, right? They're not building their visibility, credibility, and showing their expertise while they're marketing and reaching out and going after the business. You have to do that simultaneously. You can't do either one by themselves.
All right.
Do it that way.
Any last words, Miss Chandra Brooks?
Any last words is get the help that you need. And with saying that is that we have a new offer for Black Friday. Okay. This is our Powerhouse Business Plan Accelerator. You have the opportunity to work with me for 12 hours in January, 2 weekends, Saturday and Sunday, total of 12 hours, 3 hours each day to build out your business plan finally, and to stop overthinking, having me there as an advisor, having Jacqueline there as an advisor to guide you guys through this process and to finally get it done. And we put it on the Trello board and we work it together. We're only taking 10 women. I'm telling you, women are in my inbox already asking how they can be down, because this is the cheapest opportunity to work with me and is going to be to work with me ever again.
And how much is it?
$3,000.
Wow, that is cheap. Okay.
$3,000.
If we could put that in the link in the chat box right here as well, if that's possible, if you have that link handy.
They could pay it. You have time to pay it off and pay it down for November and December, and then start it in January. There's financing options. I'm telling you, I'm going to teach you how to build a monetizable business, right, that can make you hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars for the next several years. What is $3,000? That's a drop in the bucket to what you can create in your life. All right. We are not living in scarcity mindset that it's a recession, the world is ending. No, how can we get in front of it as women, as ambitious women that have business ideas, that have monetizable genius ideas, and move because people need us. So stop sitting on your ass thinking and overthinking. Time to get busy.
Time to get busy. All right, lady. One last thing. We're going to take a picture. Smile. And I love whoever you are in the Facebook chat box. He said, I love this podcast.
Who
we
is
love
that?
you.
Say who you are because we can't see your name.
I know. We can't see your name. Put your name there. I love the 500 notepads. These are my peeps. Oh my God, my peeps. I have 500 notepads. I love it.
You're gonna be able to find this podcast on Spotify, on iTunes, BuzzFeed, maybe. I don't know what that. I think that's one platform, but Facebook, of course. Oh, that's Angela. Of course, that's our other powerhouse coach, Angela Lofton Moore. Thank you for joining. Everybody who watched today, thank you for joining. If you are one of those people that have 500 ideas, time to get busy and put one of those ideas into action. I hope to see you in my inbox. I hope to see you on social media, marketing your business, whatever you're doing, making it happen, showing the world what you got. Thank you for listening to our podcast, and we'll see you in a couple weeks. Take care.
Bye.
This concludes our episode for today. If you are ready to take action and build that favorable momentum with your business ideas or your already running business, click on the link below. If you'd like to stay connected with Powerhouse and join live entrepreneurial networking events that are designed to help you with expanding your influential reach, join as a subscriber today.